Hi, welcome to my channel. I recently did a video about being lonely on the road and the reasons to get a dog to alleviate that loneliness. And I realize not everybody is a dog person or even a pet person. They don't want that responsibility, particularly when they're traveling a lot or they're in and out of their RV a lot and they don't feel like they can do justice to a pet. So I understand that. But I have 10 more tips on keeping yourself from being lonely on the road, and I thought maybe I'd list those for you today. Now I've time-stamped everything down below so that you can go through the list and see which ones interest you more and skip ahead to those if you want. Or another thing is that you can watch this back on 1.2 times and it gets through it a lot faster. I do that a lot when I'm listening to a lot of videos. But please like, share, subscribe if you can. It really helps. I'm trying to get this channel going, and it's a new channel, so we're getting there. Thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. So now let's get to the tips. The very first thing I want to say is that you need to use technology. That's what it's there for. When I was first out on the road, we didn't have computers that we could take with us or reliable cell phone service or anything like that. And it was really difficult. I think it's a lot easier now for people. Wi-Fi is available everywhere. Your cell phones are stronger and they have more coverage. So that's one of the good things about keeping in touch on the road. One of the things to do is get with your family and set regular communication times. Say Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna call. Okay, so everybody be ready that wants to talk, and I'll tell you where I am and what I've been doing along the trip, and so it's check-in time, 2 o'clock on Sunday. Another thing you could do is have virtual gatherings. So you can get together on that Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and do online games together. And that's a way to keep in touch and keep it so that, oh my goodness, she's not calling again. It's a game night. Another thing you can do is share your journey with them. So set up a Facebook page or Instagram or a personal blog, and then just journal your trip. Take photos along, talk about it. People can go there and watch. It'll pop up in their feed. They can see what you're doing and kind of virtually travel with you. It's a really nice way to share some of those beautiful places. And speaking of social networks, join a few Facebook groups or other groups that are related to the type of RVing that you like to do. There are millions of groups out there. I have one myself on Facebook. It's Solo Rving for Women. Go ahead and join. I just opened it up. It's ready to go. I'd like to have a few people in there. So, but if not me, there are other groups out there, many, and join the one that maybe you have a certain type of rig. So you have a Chinook camper. And so they have an RV group for Chinook campers, and be active in the group. Talk to these people, maybe have some meetups with them along the way. There are a lot of people, if you're traveling alone, want to meet up. They want to meet up for coffee or a day at the beach, or maybe they want to caravan with you for a few days. So that's a great way not to be lonely. Send letters and postcards. You know, people really love to get letters and postcards. They're not all locked into the social media. It's really nice to have a postcard from like Arizona with a Sedona red rocks and things like that, with a little note, personal note from you. It lets them know that you care and you're still thinking about them, even though you're hundreds of miles away. Another thing to do is if you have family scattered all over like I do, plan for meetups with your family. So you can just rotate around from family member to family member. Maybe when you are going to arrive there, they can get together. You can get together with them and have a little picnic or something. It's really nice to meet family that way. You're at a picnic, you're not crowded into somebody's house, and everybody can go home when they want. Say you're going to a campground for a week. You can call the family that's local to that area and say, hey, you want to come down and camp with me for a few days? That's a great way for them to have a little vacation and see you. And have you ever thought about creating a family newsletter? Not just one from you to them, but you can share this newsletter. You can all write in it. You can all read it. A really fun group thing to have with your family that's not there. It's really fun for kids to join in on this, and they can post their artwork and tell you about what they did at school, and helps them a little bit to keep you from getting lonely. Don't forget birthdays, anniversaries, and any celebration that you can join in on. Be sure to send those cards and letters and call in on those special days so that you can still feel part of the family. You can start a virtual book club with your family. Now, I'd never thought of this before, but it would be great. You can all get the same book. You can make a special once a month or once a week. You get together and you talk about that book. And it's a great shared experience online. You can get on Zoom or Facebook or any of those face-to-face interfaces. Face-to-face interfaces, whatever. Okay, but a book club for just family. With all of this, you need to stay organized. Make sure you have everybody's phone numbers and their addresses and their birthdays and their anniversary celebrations. Keep all of this in a folder. Another thing to be aware of is that you may be out there on your own. What if something happens to you? Keep an updated contact list in a plastic folder right by your door. Hook it on the wall with a whatever, Velcro or whatever you want to hook it there with, but make sure it's available. So if something happens to you and somebody gets into your rig, they need that information to call, then it's right there and available for them. So those are some great tips for keeping in contact and keeping from being lonely on the road. If you are thinking about getting a dog, you can go up to my video on that. I'll link it here. And please subscribe right down here. And, comment on things that you do on the road that keep you from feeling lonely. I'd love to hear. I know there's nothing worse than feeling lonely when you're on the road. I remember when I was first traveling solo, that everyone in the campground was really friendly to me. We'd have activities during the day, and I'd join in with bocce ball or whatever. But at 5 o'clock, everybody went home to have their dinner, and they watched their favorite TV program and never came out of the rig again. And there I was, all by myself and alone. If I had used some of these hints, I would have had a newsletter. I would have been able to call my family. We would have a game night. I mean, those things would have kept me from feeling lonely. And I so wished I couldn't even dream of doing those things. I wasn't experienced enough of a traveler to have figured out the ways to not be lonely. So, but now I am. I'm giving my tricks to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.